Hey guys, today I just wanted to quickly show you how to set up an aquarium. This is my Betta tank. It is a 5-gallon aquaponic system. So I had my tank cycling before I set it up, which you should always do, and so then I was just cleaning out a lot of the dirty water and making sure to clean the gravel with my siphon, and then I had this dish that I wanted to add to it and have my plants growing in. It changed a little bit later, but I picked up all of the rocks, put them into that dish with a little bit of water so that the algae and good bacteria would still be living on it, and then drain the tank a little bit more. Then I went and emptied all of the water out and then brought in new water, which I added water conditioner to because chlorine kills fish and I don't know what's in the water in Chicago. So I poured all that in, accidentally knocked some rocks out, had to pick those up, put those back in there. And I was working with the heater in the background the entire time and the air stone, which had good bacteria on it, so I had to keep moving those around as I added more plants. I wanted to clean the bottom of the tank a little bit better, and so I did siphon out a little bit more water. Then I decided it was time to add the plants, so I unpackaged them and put them into the dish. They were taller than I was expecting, and so when I went to try to set up the top, which is where the aquaponics plants are supposed to grow, like your basil or whatever you're growing, it didn't quite fit, so I messed around with it a couple of times. Here you can see I'm putting on the lid and adding the pump so that it will filter properly. Some leaves got knocked off in the process and got stuck in the filter, so I had to clean those out after a little bit. Then you can see I'm setting up the filter now. I added some filter floss first, then I added some porous rocks for the bacteria to grab onto. I topped it off with some water, and I don't think it's very visible here, but I add some activated charcoal to it as well. Then I just scoop out a little bit of extra water because I added a little bit too much. I want there to be some air at the top of the tank so that the fish doesn't not have any oxygen, because it's not a very oxygenated tank. But I was running into the issue of the plants being too tall. So my first solution was to just cut down the bottom of one of the plants. That didn't really work very well. It ended up floating, and so I eventually moved it and attached it to a rock at the bottom of the tank instead. But I had to mess around with it quite a bit before it would work out, and even now I think I am going to change up the placement of the plants a little bit.